Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. Today we're going to fire up our Kamado Joe Classic and cook some shrimp and scallops. So let's get started. I've started out by lighting a fire in the firebox of my Kamado Joe on a fairly full load of lump charcoal, and I'm going to set the divide and conquer flexible cooking rack in place. And today we're going to use the cast iron griddle on the smooth side over here and the cast iron grate on the right. We're going to cook our scallops. We're going to sear our scallops here on this cast iron, and we're going to cook our shrimp on the grill on the higher side. And the reason we're going to go to the higher side is because shrimp's delicate. You know, it's like fish almost. We don't want to cook it down too close to the fire. We don't want to scorch it. So we're going to cook on the higher level, and I'm going to bring the dome temperature in the Kamado Joe up to about 400 degrees. And to do that, I'm going to leave the bottom vent fully open, and I'm going to close the slider almost all the way and leave the daisy wheel fully open until we get to temperature. And as this settles in, if I need to warm it up, I'll open the slider more, or if I need to cool it down, I'll close it and adjust the daisy wheel down. So we're going to let this settle in, like I said, at a dome temperature of around 400 degrees. Okay, while our grill's heating up, we're going to start on some butter to go on this shrimp. So I'm going to start out by melting 1 stick of butter. As that butter starts to melt, I'm going to add in about 3 cloves of freshly minced garlic. I'm going to twist in a couple of twists of fresh cracked black pepper, and then we're going to add just a dash of paprika to that as well, and let that continue to melt. Okay, and after that's melted, I'm just going to set it aside and keep it warm. Okay, first thing I'm going to do to get our scallops ready is I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in a mixing bowl. And then I'm just going to toss my scallops in there. And we're going to give those a good toss just to get those completely coated. And then we're just going to set these aside for now also. Okay, I've got our shrimp in a bowl, and what I've got here is a batch of uncooked shrimp that are peeled and still got the tail on them. So we're going to dump in our butter mixture, our butter and garlic, and we're just going to give those a good toss. And then the next thing I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to put them on skewers, and they're going to be ready to go to the grill, and then we'll get our scallops ready. Okay, we are ready to put these bad boys on the grill. So the first thing I'm going to do is take these shrimp skewers and set them over the grate. Those are going to flame up just a little bit, so I'm going to close the grate here for just a minute. We're going to close the door and let that die down. And then we're going to burp the grill. And then we're going to get our scallops on over here. And then, now that we've got our scallops on, we're going to give them just a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. And we're going to let those sear. Okay, we've been cooking for about 90 seconds or so. And the shrimp's going to cook a little quicker over the direct heat. So I'm going to go ahead and flip those. And we're going to let the scallops stay on this side here for a little longer. They're starting to sear pretty well. Okay, we've been going about another 90 seconds or so. Let's have a look at these scallops. They're almost ready to turn. Our shrimp is going to be done very quickly here, so we're going to go about another minute or minute and a half on the shrimp, and then we'll take that off. Okay, our shrimp's ready to come off, so I'm going to take it off, set it aside, and then we're going to flip our scallops. Man, those are looking just about perfect. We'll let those go for about another minute or a minute and a half. Okay guys, these scallops are ready. They're just absolutely perfect. So I'm going to take these off, and we're going to take those inside and have a taste. Okay, we're going to start with one of these shrimp and just have a bite. That's perfect. The butter and garlic gives you a really nice scampy flavor. And like I showed here, I like to put just a little bit of paprika in there. It brings a really nice flavor to the shrimp. One thing I sometimes do here also that I didn't do today is put a little lemon juice in that as well. It really brightens it up. I probably should have done that. I just didn't think to do it. So let's have a taste of one of these scallops. And these are perfectly cooked. So, that's beautiful. Salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil. That's all you need. You don't want to over season your scallops. You can definitely overpower the flavor of the scallop with the seasoning. So perfect sear. The cast iron surface works really great for searing scallops. You can also sear these on the stainless steel surface. You just get a little bit nicer sear, I think, on a scallop on the cast iron. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe, and follow us on Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.